Aha, welcome back. Hope you guys had a good Friday, good week on stock market. It is March 25th, about 10 minutes to close. A little late here. SPYs make a little move up. GME, we'll talk about GME. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. We have a Twitter you can follow us on at Happy Money YT, as well as a Discord server. Link for that's in the description. Free to get on. Bunch of hive minds on there. Firstly, yeah, RC just is the level of savagery has kicked it up to 11. This guy. So what I talked about yesterday about BCG, it's crazy actually how much people are uncovering of this consulting group. There's like 20,000 employees, and they basically have their, not to say that they don't have legitimate consulting. I'm sure they do, but it seems like they have a lot of corrupt consulting, basically sabotaging. They have their hands in the SEC, have their hands basically in everything. They have consultants there. So it's kind of scary because if the SEC is asking them what to do and they have a position on it, or basically incentive to have it go a certain way for their other client, potentially Citadel or anybody else. Yes, you have a very corrupt system. And it's not just a stock market system, it's a much bigger system. So Brian Cohen, pray for that guy. Pray for his safety, honestly. He's starting to open up a box that is it's like Epstein size box, I would say, or McAfee. So yeah, here's tweets, man. Okay. Anyways, back to the stock market. SPY, I think it's probably gonna come down. But you know, SPY never likes to. We do have a divergence here on the RSI. I've got bearish on the MACD. It didn't break through that resistance, that fib level at 452. Yeah, I mean, all the candles are over the 9 moving average, which is bullish. But that divergence and the fact that it's not breaking there, yeah, bearish MACD. I think it's probably going to come down from here, at least in the shorter term on that hourly. Could be wrong. I'm a little biased because I have a short position on it. Same with Tesla. This one, you could look both ways. It could be nice consolidation before another rip. MACD did flip bearish, but when it's consolidating like that, it doesn't hold a lot of weight. This thing's been so flat. I'm not sure why this is. Elon Musk said he was talking about a master plan part 4 or something, or 3. I don't know when that's coming out, or if the stock is running from that, or will sell off from that news, or whatever. But I have a short position on this one too, but I've got a month, so I guess I'm not too worried about it. It looked more bearish yesterday. It set up this bear flag. We had red under the 9. We had a bearish MACD, and now it's just flat. So maybe it's just consolidating before another rip. But it's also overbought there on the daily. Yeah, I'm not sure. GameStop. Weed stocks are ripping. It passed one of the things, and now it's going to go to another thing. Government stuff. You know what I'm talking about. I guess there's a lot of hype, extra hype this time. Maybe they think it's going to pass. I don't know. This will probably be a sell the news thing. Unless if it passes, then it'll probably be a sell the news and then rip a couple days later, maybe. GameStop's looking very solid today. I was not expecting this actually for today. I kind of expected more of a pullback today or a big rip. And they did kind of the opposite. It's just kind of been a rip up and just a consolidation. So day isn't over though. We've got about 15 minutes, and let's look at a little bit of the TA here though. So the run all started with that first thing that we pulled out, which was that RSI divergence, and then it moved on to more volume, green over the 9 on this 4 hour especially. And it was like, okay, game on, Donkey Kong. And the top of this move, I don't know. This pattern, if you're looking at patterns, could be something like this. Today I thought this was going to be this day, but it ended up not being, which is good. It's holding up. Or it could be something like this. Or we're in like this area, or this area, or this area. But I think it's different. It's not repeating patterns. I think they're still stuck in this position, but as far as what's going on right now with the borrow fee being so high, with the failed delivers being so high, with XRT, and we're still ripping So many different catalysts and things that are going on that make me think we're going to have a move like January, if not the squeeze. So yeah, excited for that. How long will it take? Not too sure. I like to look at the weekly chart. I started looking at this last night, and it actually cleans it up nicely. TA works better on longer time frames, just more accurate. So if you can look at longer time frames and get a longer term trend, and it's less easy for them to kind of manipulate that, I guess. SPY's making a move here. Yeah, so if you look at the weekly, January, I would say it was like 3 weeks, basically. The big move was 3 weeks. This one, 3 weeks too. This one, 3 weeks, yeah. This one was just like 1 week. That was like 1 week too. So it's possible that this is it, and next week it's just flat and then a slow grind down, but I don't think so. And you can also see just on this weekly volume, these are all very good indicators. Big volume uptick, more than we've had on a weekly since back here, which was a big move. Let's actually see, what is that? That's 67 million. This is 65, so it's on par with this. So I expect probably the next couple weeks to hit a peak or be off to a squeeze. And where the peak will be, I'm not sure. But oh man, I get nervous talking about it. On the shorter term, got an hourly chart here. Looks like a nice bull flag. It's kind of throwing me off though, because we have a bearish MACD as well as this divergence now. So that's a little sketchy. This high is lower than this high, and this high is higher than this high. So to me, it looks like maybe a pullback on Monday, which would be pretty normal, unless if this thing just rips into close or rips after hours, then all bets are off. But if it just kind of consolidates into close, then I think probably, and there's no after hours movement, I think probably come down some on Monday, and then set up for Tuesday gamma squeeze to start, because we've got 21 million or something in the money calls if this closes above 150, I think. So yeah, that is that. This thing, oh my gosh. Okay, lot to talk about. So I figured out, thank you for participating in our poll. We did a poll to see if you've DRS'd your shares, how big of your portfolio is DRS'd, and the average came out to 40%. So basically, if you have 100 shares, you've DRS'd 40 of them on average. That was based on like 115 entrants to the poll. I might do another one on Discord to see if we can get some more entries, but based on that, I was trying to figure out how many shares our shareholders hold. So what we did is we took this number, subtracted it by the number from the 10K from last year. So this is this year's 10K, 125,543 record holders of Class A common stock. I believe that is DRS shareholders. Last 10K there was 1,000 on there, which was from a year ago, and so I think that's the insiders. Subtracted that amount from this amount because I don't think there was yeah. So that's where we're gonna get our shareholders, amount of shareholders that are DRSing. Took that number and then did some wizardry and combined it with 8.9 million, which is probably 10 million now. And that gives us an average share. So of GME investors, their average shares held is 113, right? So that's pretty good data. I like that number, 113. It's a little bit rough. It's not perfect, of course, but if there's just 1 million shareholders in the USA, that's 113 million shares right there. And I think it's quite likely that there are at least 1 million shareholders in the USA, and in the world, I would say probably 3 times that, maybe 3 million shareholders. So the billion shares out there in existence, I don't think is too far of a stretch at all. I think there's possibly 1 billion shares, including synthetics, phantoms, whatever you want to call them. Fake shares, basically, printed shares. Gosh, I just get shaky talking about it. GME looks like it wants to do something. In the 10 minutes of volatility, we got volumes picking up here. Volume has been decreasing. Oh, I guess today is actually more than yesterday. That's good. More volume on a bigger day. That is nice. But during the day, they shut it off. It's pretty crazy. Like it's bumping up here. I was up last night. It's hard to sleep during these times, but basically I considered selling stuff in my long term to be able to close my covered calls on GameStop, and I almost did, and then I said no, I'm not gonna do it because that's not the way a long term works. So I'm holding my covered calls. I'm riding these to Valhalla. I'll probably have to roll them into leaps at some point. No, we'll see. If we get some 100% days or so, the IV will be so high. I might even be able to roll some back a couple days, or a couple strikes, or a couple earlier strikes, basically. Music's a little loud. I turned up my volume a little bit. Let me know if it's too loud. So yeah, we still have covered calls. I did so on Webull, my 100 shares and covered calls on here. They don't allow you to roll it over. Yeah, Chinese doesn't know how to do that yet. No fault though, I like Webull anyways. Link for that's in the description if you want brokerage. I couldn't roll it over on here. They're setting it up, but they don't have it yet. So I don't have enough money to buy back the covered calls. So I actually closed the whole position, closed the shares in the covered call, and kind of YOLO'd. So basically put this whole account into a put credit spread and debit spreads. And here they are. So I've got a 152.5, 155 put credit spread. This is for next Friday. Maybe I should have got more time on it. We'll see. I might roll it. And then I have a 195, 200 call debit spread for April 14th. I'm trying to get everything with at least 2 weeks. I think next week could be huge, but we might just see consolidation next week also. Probably not, but yeah, I think the peak, if it's not a squeeze, the peak might be in 2 weeks. So 165, 170 call debit spread. And yeah, so basically 12 grand, I think, in options on that account. Yeah, it's sad money. It is sad money, but every now and then you make some sad money plays, then you have a lot of money, and then you can make that money happy money and it'll stick around. So sad money plays, you have to expect to lose it, basically, because sad money doesn't stick around. Oh shoot, market just closed. Okay, I've got to roll over stuff. Oh crap. Okay, I'll figure that out in a second. Anyways, yeah, GameStop, there you go, closed. Right where I didn't think it was going to, consolidated. That is really good though, that was at 152. Tons of stuff is in the money. Tons of call options. So we've got those positions on there. Let me show you guys these. On our Fidelity, I have these covered calls. So I was rolling my rocket. I don't know if any of this, shoot, Airbnb. I gotta check that out. So my covered calls on here, they actually, of course, did really well yesterday, but now they're back down. The 125s, these are for May 20th. Yep, deep in the money, ouch. And I'm riding them. So there we go. And on E-Trade, I entered some stuff this morning. It was just couldn't help myself. I was like, this is crazy. Might happen again. It's unusual for GameStop so far to just rip out of open, and it did that on Tuesday. Typically it dips and then it rips in the afternoon, but Tuesday did that, and that was the exception. I think the rules typically rip in the afternoon, or at least dip and then rip. So I got a little FOMO in here, sad money plays, but no problem. I actually sold some for some of the ones. Let me just show you guys. What am I talking about? Probably gonna be a lot. Holy crap. That's because there's so many contracts, a lot of spreads. SoFi bought to cover, that was a covered call. I actually took some profits today on stuff that expires next week when we were high. And then I opened up other stuff. I rolled my SPY call credit spread forward, which is a bearish play. What I opened up, shoot. Market's closing. Okay, that's fine. These aren't in the money. I'm not going to get a margin call. Okay, I think I should be good on those. That's rolled. Dang. Okay. So I opened up 170, 205 call debit spread for next Friday. Only down 16% now. It was down like 30% at one point. This is a nice little chunk. 12 grand if that works out. If we expire or it goes over 200 by expiration. A lot of headroom on that. This one I gave an extra week. It's a 200, 245. This is a little more risky. The break even on it's 203. So need 250 by next Friday, or 2 Fridays from now, for that one to get max gain. And then break even on this one is 174. So pretty aggressive. If we just stay flat from here, I will lose on these for sure. I can of course sell them too. And then I also got 5-10 calls, some more squeeze calls. I got 10 of these. These are the April strikes. So if we do just start to squeeze and we're way past 245, I want exposure to all that. And I'd really like to be able to exercise all these and still credit $1 million bucks. You know, if GameStop's in the thousands. That would be neat. Here's our put credit spread doing well. Just burning that theta all the time, especially now that we're over 140. This thing just cranking away. This will be nice. If this expires worthless, it's 21 grand on that one. So yeah, every day this is nice. Just let it grind. I forgot how much I liked credit spreads, but sometimes they burn. Here's the SPY one I rolled. My Tesla, here's the Tesla one I have. It's been so flat, it's really strange. That's all I did on there. Oh, BBBY, I got another. Oh, I did a put credit spread on BBBY also, and I basically exhausted all my buying power. Yep, I did it again. Opening up a couple credit spreads. I did this BBBY put credit spread. GameStop, or Ryan Cohen, his directions to the board, I guess they approved or something. Not quite sure how that works, but I guess they're going to get 3 new people that Ryan Cohen wants on their board. Something along those lines. So BBBY, I think was reacting to that news some today. Chart looks nice on here. My 80 calls are holding up so well. It's hilarious on that. I'm sure there's stuff I'm forgetting. It's been a fun week. I'm excited to maybe sleep some this weekend. I'm gonna have to roll some stuff over. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not on our Discord, jump on there. Probably do another poll, try and figure out how many shares people own. But at this point, I'd say it's 113 average per shareholder. I think there's at least 1 million shareholders. That's 113 million shares. The float's only supposed to be like 76 million. I think we're well on our way to being closer to 1 billion shares though. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on Monday, unless after hours goes crazy. Peace out.